The United States men's national team just defeated Jamaica in Jamaica for the first leg of the CONCACAF Nations League quarterfinals. Now on Monday, they will play the second leg in the United States of America at St. Louis. Yes, it was an ugly win, almost as ugly as Mary Poppins from Deadpool, but a win is a win. And I was told that it was impossible to win away in CONCACAF, but we just did. Hello. If you are new here, I'm Filippo, and welcome to Tactical Manager TV, and welcome to the 7 Things We Learned series, where every single day following a U.S. men's national team match, we tell you 7 things that we learned. Now, as I always say, there are much more than just 7 lessons, so let me know in the comment section down below, what did you learn from Jamaica 0, nada, United States 1. And if you want to support the channel, feel free to join our Patreon. Like this month, Todd won a retro Italy jersey. We do monthly giveaways, and a few Patreons this month got a Tactical Manager TV jersey as well. We appreciate everyone that has joined, but if you can't join, it's fine. Watching our videos, hitting the like button, and cursing me out in the comment section is more than enough. Yeah, if you hit the like button, I'm happy. If you hit the dislike button, I'm also happy. I don't judge. Roll the intro. Lesson number 1. It was ugly. It was scrappy. It was hideous. The field was terrible. Everything was terrible. But the U.S. men's national team got an away win in Jamaica against a top 5 CONCACAF nation. I can't remember the last time this happened. Now, let's make it clear right here. United States, Mexico, Canada, Panama. These are probably the top 4 right now. Jamaica is number 5. I believe they have a better team than Costa Rica right now. And again, we were told by a lot of the media shills and the Berhalter apologists, which there were a few back in the day, right, when Berhalter was still around, that it was nearly impossible to win away in CONCACAF. That was the narrative they tried to push. And of course, I don't want to overreact to one game, because Pochettino could very well go on to lose multiple games away in CONCACAF. But in his very first game, he got a win. And as Alex Calabresi said on X, or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, with the 1-0 win tonight, Pochettino matched Greg Berhalter's total road wins in CONCACAF in competitive games, which is 1. Just 1 win. Greg Berhalter had that win against that horrible Honduras side away. Now Pochettino, in his first game, got a win in a competitive game against Jamaica. I don't care if it was ugly. We found a way to win. So congratulations to Pochettino. Once again, that stat just shows us how much of a fraud Greg Berhalter was for the national team. And I still can't believe a lot of the media members, pundits, defended him for so long. Lesson number 2 is about Ricardo Pepi. And he delivered once again for the national team. We got a 1-0 win, Pulisic assist, Ricardo Pepi goal. From what I've seen in this game, Pepi didn't really do much besides the goal. He didn't really get much service also at all. He can't really beat the man off the dribble, things like that. But listen, I think right now it's quite clear that he is the number 2, right? He has surpassed Josh Sargent. Not because of club performance, because Sargent normally performs well for Norwich, and Pepi has been performing well for PSV. But when it comes to national team, Pepi beats Sargent in availability. He's more available than Sargent, and he delivers more than Sargent. But let's not forget that Pepi was poor during the summer, and I want to make one thing clear. Balogun is still the best center forward we have, but Ricardo Pepi is now quite clearly the number 2. And I know he hates being called a super sub, but once Balogun is back, Pepi will be the super sub. I mean, I wouldn't like to be called a super sub either. It doesn't really sound cool, right? Like, if you want to call me a Super Saiyan, that's pretty badass. But super sub doesn't really sound that good. But that's what Ricardo Pepi is for the national team once Balogun is healthy. And then Sargent, if you only bring 2 center forwards, he's out of the roster. Lesson number 3 is that Mauricio Pochettino's tactics for the U.S. men's national team are crystal clear. Based on these first 3 games, right, Panama, Mexico, and now Jamaica, it's been very similar, and we can kind of see of how he wants this team to play. Of course, there can be variations in the future. He can tweak it here and there, or maybe change the approach depending on the opponent. But let's talk about how we have played so far. So normally he sets us up in a 4-2-3-1, a standard 4-2-3-1. But then in possession, it's more of a 3-2-4-1, with A-Rob, the left back, providing the width on the left wing, Pulisic tucking inside, pretty much playing as a 10 at times, and he looks super dangerous in central positions. Next to the 10 against Jamaica, it was Weston McKennie. The double pivot stays as is. Now on the right side of the field, Joe Scally stays back pretty much as a center back, and Yunus Musa, or whoever's playing on the right wing, provides the width down the right side. So again, in possession, it's pretty much a 3-2-4-1. Now, when we're defending, the defensive shape, it more or less looks like a 4-4-2, and we don't really press, at least not relentlessly, right? We do press multiple times, but not relentlessly. It's nothing too crazy. We often see a mid-block. So far, I've liked it. We have a 10. We're dangerous through central positions, right? Pulisic set up the goal through central positions. He also put A-Rob, a nice through ball that could have been a goal. So there's much more variation than during the Berhalter era, where we would just cross and pray. It was Christianity ball, right? Cross, cross, cross here and there. We do have variations. We do have crosses, obviously, which is part of the game, but we do also create through the middle. Do we create enough through the middle? Not yet. It has to improve, but it's looked better. Now, before we continue, because someone has to pay Tactical Manager's bills, a quick word from the sponsor of this video, SoRare. And if you want to play SoRare, the link will be in the description with a special offer. We'll be back in 60 to 90 seconds. Do you collect sports cards? Do you play fantasy sports? Yes, no, maybe. If you said yes to any of that, I got something for you. And if you said no, you might still want to stick around. Tactical Manager TV is partnering up with SoRare with a special offer. The link will be in the description. In SoRare, you can collect your own virtual cards of your favorite players. And then you may be asking, why would I want to collect virtual cards? Well, you can line them up on 5-a-side games every single week. And if your players perform in real life, you can win actual money, signed jerseys, game tickets, or even more cards to improve your own club. And you can also get unique experiences like a friend of the channel, Fiago, that got to meet Zinedine Zidane. You know what's also cool? They also have the NBA and Major League Baseball. I'm mainly gonna just stick to soccer, but you do you. What I really like about SoRare, before we even partnered with them, is that they're unlike other fantasy games where you have to pay per play. In SoRare, you pay to get the players you want permanently as cards. And then you can play multiple times using those same cards, at least until the player retires, win rewards if your players perform in real life. You can also buy undervalued player cards for cheap, then hold, use them in the future when they improve or develop, and then you can even sell that card when its value goes up for better ones. Or just keep the money yourself. If you sign up with the link in the description of this video, you will get $50 in credit to buy your first cards. Again, the link will be in the description. Use that link to make sure you get the special offer. Play with responsibility. All right, enjoy. Okay, lesson number 4, and it's a quick one. Mark McKenzie right now is our best center back. Sure, Chris Richards might be the most talented one, maybe, but he was injured, just came back. McKenzie's our best performing center back right now. He's a ball-playing defender. He can dribble into space. He can pass. His interceptions were tremendous yesterday against Jamaica. He was really good. Now, Tim Ream kind of looks done. We have to start moving on from him. He has to get benched. He wasn't good once again, in my opinion. But Mark McKenzie's number 1. And hopefully for 2026, the 2 center backs that are going to play together, I hope it'll be Mark McKenzie and Chris Richards if they're healthy. That's what I think will happen. But right now, the lesson is Mark McKenzie has been tremendous for the U.S. men's national team. Really, really good. Lesson number 5. I am starting to wonder if Tillman actually wants to play for the U.S. men's national team. I mean, look, he's always good for PSV in the Eredivisie, and lately he was even good against Girona in the Champions League. And I must ask you, are the teams in the Eredivisie, I mean, I guess the bottom of the table would be, but are the mid-table teams worse than CONCACAF? Probably not. And he can perform against them week in and week out. In this game against Jamaica, in my opinion, he was our worst performer. The midfield looked disjointed. Nothing worked when he came on. We got a lot worse. He was playing the double pivot next to Tessman. That wasn't working. Pochettino put him as a 10 and dropped Weston McKennie. That didn't work. Tillman was probably our worst performer once again. He looked casual, lazy, looked like a completely different player from what we see with PSV. So again, I hope he wants to play for the national team because he's really good. He's very talented. We see that every freaking weekend for PSV. But I'm really starting to wonder, does he want to play for the national team? Watch him drop a brace next game just because I said this. Well, I mean, I'm fine if that happens, but watch it happen. Okay, lesson number 6. While Gio Reyna is injured, because I still think Gio is our best 10, at least he's the one that's performed the best for the national team as a 10. But while he's not available, I would like to see Weston McKennie play the 10 more often with the same role he did this game, right? He was playing more as a free roaming playmaking 10. McKennie moved the ball well. He was playing actually very well for the first 20 minutes until Malik Tillman came on and the midfield just looked completely disjointed. I think McKennie can combine in tight spaces. He can pick a pass and he is goal dangerous. So if Gio Reyna can't play, since Malik Tillman didn't really step up and I don't want to see Brendan Aronson as the pressing 10, I would like for us to continue to utilize Weston McKennie as our 10. And on Monday, when we play Jamaica, I want to see Weston McKennie on the 10, playing the 10 position, Tim Way on the right wing, Christian Pulisic on the left wing, and then just let them cook. Last but not least, we have lesson number 7. If you made it this far in the video, I hope you already dropped a like to help the channel out. With that said, lesson number 7 is that this team might, and this is a big might, be getting back on track. It is one game, let's not overreact, but winning this game away against Jamaica was very important. Regardless of it being scrappy, the field was shit, it was tough to play, and the team found a way to win against a tough CONCACAF opponent away. This is an important win. Now go beat Jamaica in St. Louis by a lot and get the fan base excited for this team once again. I've said this multiple times. If you go back to 2021, we were fired up for this generation. We were excited, looking forward. But over the past few years, that excitement has fallen off a cliff. I want that back. I want to feel excited for this team in 2026. In St. Louis, beat Jamaica by 3, 4, 5 goals. Make us believe that something special can happen in 2026. This win was good. I know it was ugly, but it was good. It's a first step in the right direction. But now, destroy Jamaica in St. Louis in a non-xenophobic way, right? Just beat them in a soccer game. All right, everyone, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to drop a like before you go. I will see you all on Monday for the live watch-along between the United States and Jamaica, the second leg of the quarterfinals. The job is not done yet. We still need to qualify. Do I think we're qualified? Pretty much. But go there and beat them at home. I want to thank you all very much for watching and have a great day.